How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee it. Welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit. I hope everybody out there is enjoying themselves right about now. Uh, hopefully, so, some of my co-hosts will come on. Uh, if not, it will just be me up here today. I'm just uh, sending out a tweet, just sending this tweeting this live stream out. Sorry about that, everyone. I was thinking about going a little later, and woo, I got alfalfa hair. Did not notice that until after I was live. Maybe I should have check that in the, check that out before I got live. Don't you think? So uh, what's everybody up to today? Doesn't seem like we have anybody here yet, which kind of sucks. If anybody wants to join, link is in the description. I heard Swerve is going live tonight. That's why I'm starting a little bit early tonight. Just want to make sure I got my episode shooting the shit in for the day. Nah, I mean, uh, yesterday's SmackDown wasn't all that great. What it do, DST? Links pinned right in the description if you feel like joining. Oh wow, I Road Dog had a heart attack. I didn't hear that. Sad, sad to hear that happened to him. Gee, well, I think it was yesterday's morning show. I ended up quoting him too. When he was doing the New Age Outlaws intro. Uh, there any other big old news going on that I just didn't hear of? Hopefully, he can recover from that with no problem. What it do, Mox? Uh, glad to see you came. You're usually not here much. Yes, as you know, I will be smoking at least a bowl with you, maybe two. Uh, depends if uh, my anybody wants to join me up on the panel to just shoot the shit and talk about whatever comes to our minds. Uh, Cage's debut, I kind of want to see, believe it or not. It should be good. So the hopefully Cage's debut match won't be uh, bad. It all depends on what happens. So sorry, I had to say sorry to my roommate just then. Got 8 people watching us. Cool. Now where the hell is my co-host Steve? Yeah, that sucks that he had a heart attack. Thanks for leaving a like, Dusty. I so I don't know what time Swerve is actually going to be going live. Uh, but what he does, I'll probably end up ending the stream just to go show support to him. What else? How's everybody's weekend going so far? Yep, I kind of knew it was. I kind of know it's Callum. I kind of figured that out. Uh, hopefully, anything been announced for Monday Night Raw match wise? Because God knows uh, I haven't heard anything about it. Because I'm not looking forward to that at all. What a douche, Dory. If you feel like joining, links up in the chatty. That goes for anyone that feels like joining tonight. Now all we're missing is CR and Steve. Yeah. So we are the world. Uh, honestly, if she does, I don't think she'd be going to AEW. I just don't think she'd fit there, and I don't know why everybody thinks that once you leave WWE, you have to sign with AEW because that is not uh the only reason, only place to go, I should say. Razor Cornette, huh? Yeah, we're missing Razor Cornette. Or no, it's Shidori Cornette actually. What will Shidori Cornette say next? Is the question. When you think you got all the answers, I change the questions. Thank you, Roddy Piper, for making that into a catchphrase. I actually, yep, Shidori, if you're still up in here, you gonna take that, or are you gonna come up on the panel and uh defend yourself? Because I say you should come up and defend yourself. That's just what I'm thinking. Nah, I mean. Ugh. you're a Mark Moxley. That's my best Shidori impression. Uh, so so from what I heard, yeah, how does everybody feel about Charlotte and Bianca winning the main eventing night one of WrestleMania? Uh, because I actually watched a video a little while ago saying that they should be main eventing WrestleMania night one because if you win the Royal Rumble, you're supposed to go on to main event WrestleMania, which I didn't think of, but even said that does not seem like it's a main event WrestleMania match. What did you, DS?
What's going on? Where's Steve?
I don't know. He said I don't. He must be sleeping.
Probably. Ugh. So something about Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks main eventing. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Uh,
I
I was watching a video a little while ago saying they should because if you win the Rumble, that you should go on to main event.
I mean that's a fair enough dispute, but like, isn't that going to devalue your world championship that you obviously won on the second night? Because Edge coming back is a bigger deal.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I look at it. Uh, but I guess a lot of people are thinking, seeing she won the women's Royal Rumble, she should be able to main event.
I understand completely. I just like the women's rumble just never felt like that much of a big deal anyway. And it's
No,
two, they should be at least a second to last match in the show. But
yeah,
it's just
they should
not
be.
a even fair build. And they take it like the
No, it's,
women's rumble is a like the a Royal Rumble winner main events the show. They haven't had a Royal Rumble winner main event the show since last year.
yeah, true.
And over when you even headline Mania, I mean you even like let's talk about the guys who in recent memory, even for the WWE that didn't even compete for the WWE title, didn't main event WrestleMania.
True.
Del
I honestly don't think
Rio.
Sasha. Yeah, I don't think Sasha and Bianca should be main eventing night one.
Luckily, like what we're seeing over in WWE, it's not like they're pointing to a narrative.
Yeah, but I know it's going to be a good match. I just don't think it's main event quality match.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Uh, like we also have news over Charlotte possibly leaving over the recent release of his own husband or just hubby.
Uh, I don't I don't know. I heard she's out with supposedly
COVID.
the vid right. Yeah, right now.
Yeah,
I don't. If she leaves, where would she end up going though?
especially with her mainstream quality. Like as much as we like want to rag on Charlotte Flair, she's at least one of the most mainstream quality names. Because if you have that Flair name with you, that's of course going to get you a lot
Yeah,
of reputation.
yeah. Only other place going
AEW.
in the AEW here in the states.
They sign everybody, so that won't be a problem.
Yeah, and why does everybody think if someone leaves the WWE, they automatically have to go to AEW?
Because that would be an essential secondary alternative for like big
True.
publicity. And plus, what else is like gonna put them on free television other than Access. That's on it's still Access. You can get it on any cable plan, but like it's not gonna be like well spread like TNT where you can see NBA games to USA. That okay, people know USA because of Monday Night Raw or Fox, where you can watch anything on Fox. Like what other accessibility you have to get your platform up there as a pro wrestler than AEW Dynamite,
True.
and especially for
True.
Charlotte, that's gonna be devaluing her name. So you know that she's
Yeah.
gonna go to AEW.
Yeah. What? Which I'm not saying it would be a bad fit, but should there should be more places for them to go other than just Dynamite.
I understand, but like Charlotte, you know that she's a bigger name than you suspect, and
Yeah.
the more like how else? She's obviously not gonna go over on Impact because she's just gonna dominate last like 2 years and then she'll go back to the WWE. If she really wants to
Yeah.
stick it over and try to make a name for herself, it's like back then when we were complaining over for TNA. How else?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle, even China was there. Christian,
Yeah.
Tyson Tomko, Mick Foley, Ric Flair, like a whole lot of
But
ex-WWE guys.
yeah. Well, we're ragging on AEW like we did WCW per SAG, all the old WWE talent.
Well, technically you can say old. They were merely out of their prime, but they could still go.
Yeah. True.
And plus, like most of these guys, like were unsuccessful to WWF, and then they go to WCW. So you had a
Yeah.
central alternative that was still mainstream, because people know what Monday Nitro is. People don't know what that much of a Dynamite. That's the
No.
whole thing with what Nitro has. All
Yeah.
anybody
True.
knows about AEW is like it's expensive. It's a bigger platform. It's on free television where anybody can access it because it's TNT. Of course, you know what TNT is,
Yep.
and it has a few names, but it doesn't have a big name.
Yeah. Very true.
So it's either you go over to a different Fed, you bring a number of mainstream, like notable WWE stars there, and you try to make a name for yourself, or you go over to AEW. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I hate about Tony Khan. He doesn't want to cut costs into what makes or breaks his company.
Yeah. Very true. He
Hopefully,
he
I'm sorry.
hopefully he will learn from his past mistakes and end up uh not keeping all the roadies going down.
Yeah, man. I mean, look how many guys they already have on the roster. Most of these are no names. Like even
Yeah.
hell, I won't even try to compare WCW because that would be like a tired wheel. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to something more definitive that possibly you would hear of, like because you need a definitive roster. You need guys that people know that are going to be showing over every week that can be a constant favorite to have a character the fan will notice and what makes an identity. Lucha Underground.
Speaking of Lucha Underground, you have one of them doing the floss, and the floss was big. How many years ago?
Oh God, who's doing the floss?
Marco Stunt.
Kill him.
I
Kill him
know.
now. Kill him.
I think he's been
Like
doing it ever since he was with AEW.
what's the benefit there?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand.
That's your big names are doing dances from years ago. That's really cutting edge.
Dude, it's either they don't care, they're not willing to care.
Yeah.
I have nothing against I have nothing against what Marco Studd is. He just has no character. I have no benefit if I sign him.
Same here. If I just looking at him, it's like I don't buy him as a wrestler.
I don't buy him as a wrestler. I don't buy him as an entertaining act.
If it
He
wasn't
has
for
like
If it wasn't for the rest of Jurassic Express, I don't think he'd be there.
Like I've witnessed a lot of guys like that look like jokes, but I could be like, hey, I can make a star out of that, even though he looks like anybody can't take him seriously.
Yeah, true.
And it's just so annoying. This is what
This is what
this is what
wrestling's
Tony
come
Khan,
to.
yeah, pretty much, because
You have
it's
you
just
have
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
you have WWE that's extremely Nickelodeon, then you have Tony Khan.
Practically,
That yeah, that's what wrestling basically is nowadays. Here's this should be good. Let's slime Braun Strowman that's supposed to be a monster. That devalued him so much, having him slime like that.
dude. I'm just trying to understand what, like Braun Strowman, supposedly was supposed to be a megastar over the fans' eye.
Yeah. He 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 had the look if WWE's just booking him wrong. And that
It's
train
just so
sound they
bad.
did when that train sound what they did when he was running around the ring. Good
Hmm.
God.
The train set, like the choo choo, and then the slime, like the storylines that they have him through. Other than people just reference one storyline, that one time he feuded with Roman Reigns, where he lost every pay per view,
Yep.
and then the time he had that dumbass feud with Kalisto.
Yeah. But
That,
he's supposed
and
to be
guess
the
what?
monster among men, but where's the monster in him?
The only depth that they gave him was that feud he had with the Fiend. I mean, with Bray Wyatt. The only relevance he has is that he knows Bray Wyatt, and then that's it. Like
Oh yeah,
people take
true.
on like a ragging on this. If it wasn't for Bray Wyatt, no one would give a shit about Braun Strowman.
No, they wouldn't. I wouldn't even known who Braun Strowman was until Bray Wyatt.
Like it's not that hard, guys. Like y'all gotta
No, it's
understand
not.
what's really.
What were you gonna
Y'all
say,
really gotta pay
DSC?
attention. Yeah, y'all gotta pay attention what's gonna put butts into the seats, or else you guys are gonna like be out of business.
Yeah,
Like Strowman ain't it.
no. I believe there was Jim Ross in the movie Beyond the Mat. He said he didn't care who wins or loses. He just cares about the what a butt every 24 inches.
Huh. I just feel like Jim Ross is gonna end himself. Like you hear his commentary, he doesn't even care if he gets a dried up voice. He misrepresents the wrestlers' names like most of the time, and it always looks like he just doesn't care whenever he even gets anything wrong.
Yeah, hell, he even said Kenny Omega was a WWE champion.
I think he called Scorpio Sky too cool Scorpio, like that '90s wrestler.
Yeah, I
Like you gotta
I
be
I
kidding me.
think he's doing it just so he don't have to sit around and do nothing.
I understand that, and they had him over for 2 years back to the WWE, and he did nothing.
Yeah, go go out and get like a job at Walmart or something. Your
No, I don't
time
want
in
him.
wrestling, his time in wrestling is clearly passed him by because he don't give a damn about it anymore.
Bro, I wish not to say that. I mean, I have too much respect for Jim Ross. He's been around the business for this long. He obviously still has a mentality of what happens around the business, and
Yeah, I have a
I just feel
respect
like
for him. I have a respect for it, but I just think its time is done in wrestling, at least at the announcers table. If he
Possibly.
wants
I
to
mean,
work,
he's come.
if he wants to work backstage, let him.
That could be the better way to go. I just feel like he's dealing with too much crap. Like you heard his criticism that he had on the WWE, on AEW's
Yeah,
even wrestling performances. Like he knows it's
yeah,
bullshit. Like they do too many flips. They lack chemistry.
yeah.
Uh, and it's just getting too agitating to watch the performances, man. Like Jim
Yeah,
Ross really is like questioning what goes on.
yeah. Well, Jurassic Express, when I see like Luchasaurus diving around, I'm like, big men aren't supposed to be diving around like that.
Big men can't be slapping their legs when doing heel kicks.
No.
Nice, Dusty Rhodes. He's 69 years old. But it's like the most basic things they should not be messing around with.
No. They they should have brought Big Show in as like backstage teaching the big guys how to be big guys. He doesn't need to be on commentary.
Or Dustin Rhodes to be teaching more slow paced like
Yeah, yeah.
psychology.
You have
Like
all
he's one of
these
the smoothest
older
performers.
yeah, you have all these older people in wrestling, but you're not using them to teach the generation to be able to uh, put on a good product.
Like you need something to stand out. You need a brand. You need an identity. AW is just an expensive indie fed with no semblance of an arc, story, or that memorable of characters that stand out other than Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
Because
he's
at least he's trying to make like we'll complain about him, but we forget. At least he's his own character. He has his own gimmick that he sticks with, and even in and out the ring. And he's a bit entertaining in how it works, and he keeps the fans entertained.
yeah. Tony Khan is basically a mark that's saying, "Here, take my money and do whatever you want to do to the top people in AEW."
I
Because
remember technical.
I don't think he has any like knowledge about how to properly run a wrestling business.
And here's the thing: I don't think he has any ideas how to even expand over the brand that he has about AEW Dynamite. Because if people are just gonna watch pro wrestling, they're gonna tune out.
Yeah,
Unless you can do
exactly.
more outlandish entertainment, actually make interesting characters, and don't push over like too much niche humor or references, and actually make your show feel like a top show that anybody in the United States, even celebrities, would watch.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna tune in. You make it too niche.
yeah. I agree with you when you say that it's just an overglorified indie promotion.
Because I've seen like companies fail. 5 Star Wrestling, where is it? WCPW gone. Ring of Honor irrelevant. TNA they are garnering 200,000 viewers now. They used to be near a million.
Wow,
They are declining over and losing star power that you haven't even heard of in near a decade.
exactly. The like the death match. All they had to do to collapse the ring was put airbags underneath the post, like WWE did with Brock Lesnar and Big Show.
Yeah, could have made it more impactful and not a waste of $50.
Yeah,
And they just excused it last week to get heat over in the fans. Like, if you're gonna do a death match, why in the hell make it so anticlimactic? Like, there's less of a risk, so there's less pressure. And guess what? Your world champion comes off winning anyway, so there's no consequence or risk in watching the end of the show. So you leave no
no,
suspense for the fans. It's stupid, and that's pay per view. What
yeah,
is
it is
AEW doing?
stupid.
What are they trying to not risk?
I guess they're still trying to play it safe. Seeing
Play
there's
it
such
safe
a
for
new
what?
company. No idea. I
So,
I say
dude, I
be more
remember.
risky.
I mean,
Be,
what? So, yeah, go ahead.
take the risk that'll probably up your viewership.
Like Ultimate X. Like, what's more stupid than literally making an X-shaped little big platform to guys to trapeze on to try to grab one object or a belt? That's more risky than grabbing a ladder and trying to get a briefcase or a belt.
Yeah,
Or
very.
uh, something. What wrestling fed was that on MTV?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I forget the name of it. The
I got
one that
explosions.
yeah, was it like X Pac a part of it at one point?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just forget what the name of it is. They were even better at it.
like you need to do something that's gonna push the envelope.
Exactly. Yo, Steve, about time you showed up.
What's going on, Steve? What's
Yo,
going on,
Swerve.
Swerve?
There's the sausage link if anyone wants to join.
Gonna cut you off again, Swerve.
Yeah, come on up, Swerve, so he can keep cutting you off.
Talking about when AEW is gonna fail in like half a decade. I wanted to make a full-on rant. I mean, full-on video over how in the world that's gonna happen because
Oh
like
yeah.
it's basic. They like are too niche over their surroundings. They're not doing stuff that's going to expand the product. Even get outside fans, WWE fans, to even spread out and watch the show more because they actually get the stars that they want to see in a different platform that has a higher chance of even being successful.
Oh yeah, very true.
It's like it's not that hard. And TNA even does this because they know, oh my God, Kurt Angle is left. TNA's gonna get Kurt Angle. It's gonna be crazy. Guess what? TNA gets the highest viewership they have in 15 years. Uh, Hogan 94 comes to WCW. Just 2 years later, NWO.
Oh yeah.
You see the thing here, and
Yep.
I don't think anybody wants to get it because they think uh, uh it's either too difficult or they think that they're gonna try something that the fans don't like or the small minority of fans. No one cares
Yeah.
about the small minority. If you care about
No.
the small minority, you're pushing yourself in a box.
Exactly.
I've seen this and it's been learned the hard way off other companies. That's why Ring of Honor is at the shape it's in right now. Just
Yeah.
because they only go over to the small minority that people want to just see wrestling. And sure, I know that's their identity, but you're only going to get the some amount of viewership.
Yeah. You gotta look to the bigger picture.
And you can still keep it traditional. It's just you don't put yourself in an edge where it's going to be dramatic. Your characters aren't that defining or have a cool character or at least have a gimmick, and it doesn't look like it ever tries to increase its own quality.
No,
Like
definitely
didn't they have
not.
iPay-per-views?
Yeah, well, did they sell out Madison Square Garden or so,
It
at
is
one point?
Madison Square Garden. It is Madison Square Garden. Yes, it's a notable place. But like, what's its capacity? Like 15,000?
I think so.
It's not that impressive.
I think it's just because of the name alone.
Like legitimacy enough. Like if you could sell out Madison Square Garden, but the Knicks play there, and the Knicks are garbage, and that still sells out.
Yeah.
I know they're not that bad, people. Don't try to like comment down below. The Knicks aren't that bad this year. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like it's only Square Garden. It isn't football or like a bigger arena like American Airlines Center.
Yeah. I think I'm
20,000.
gonna. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be wrapping the stream up here. You got anything you want to promote?
Oh, not right now. No,
Okay. Thanks for coming on.
no problems. See you later.